In our Torah Kedosha, or what in English we call the Bible, or the Pentateuchos, that is the name in English of the Torah. Penta 5, the 5 first books that are the Torah. People call it Pentateuch. In the second book, Shemot, that is Exodus, verse 20, versicle 4. We say, לא תעשה לך פסל וכל תמונה אשר בשמיים ממעל ואשר בארץ מתחת ואשר במים מתחת לארץ. That is translated in English. You shall not make for yourself a sculptured image or any likeness of what is in the heavens above or on the earth below or in the waters under the earth. On the basis of this versicle, not only the Judaism, but in Christianity too, big part of the public is against what they call idolatry. It's very, very deep. And many Westerners, especially Christian, Jewish, when they travel to the East, India, Nepal, etc., they feel certain rejection, especially when they see the deity worship. And if we go deep into this verse, we see that influence other religions. Islam, for example, when the Islam conquests different places, like India, for example, they dedicate a lot of time and energy to destroy what they see as idols, beautiful pieces of art, because it was idolatry for them. When we read the Rambam in Avodah Zarah chapter 2 and 1, Rambam says, עיקר הציווי בעבודת כוכבים שלא לעבוד אחד מכל הברואים, לא מלאך ולא גלגל ולא כוכב ולא אחד מארבעה היסודות ולא אחד מכל הנבראים מהן, ואף על פי שהעובד יודע שהשם הוא האלוקים והוא עובד הנברא הזה על דרך שעבד אנוש ואנשי דורו, The primary warning concerning worship of stars is not to reverence any among all creatures, no angel, no planet, no star, none of the four elements, nor any of their offspring, though the worshipper be conscious that the Lord is God, and nor any of their offspring. Offspring mean their creations, their emanations. Nor any of their offsprings. We are able to offspring, to create, to produce by ourselves. What he mean? We can understand not to reverence any among all the creatures, no angel, no planets. Yeah, we can imagine, yes, somebody worship a planet. no star, none of the four elements, but nor any of their offspring, say the Rambam. We, offspring, create, produce ideas, thoughts, concepts. We conceptualize almost everything. And when we hear about enlightenment, we hear about awareness, consciousness, Kadosh Baruch Hu, God, the realization of the self. And we hear, but we don't look. That is the reason I say many times, when there is guidance for meditation, don't think about it. Look, check. Checking yourself is if what you hear, how is going in you. When you hear the words of the Master and you think about it, instead of checking, you catch it, what I say? You conceptualize, you make concepts, and you create sfirot and olamot and worlds, and enlightenment becomes a beautiful concept. And awareness becomes other beautiful idea that is more or less here. Yeah? And God becomes much more bigger concept that is there. Chinese people think it's there because the planet is so. And from that moment, yeah, because they say it's in the sky. No. That is a very beautiful, because Jesus talked about the kingdom of God. And people think it's more concept. What is the kingdom? It's a kingdom. There is a king there. You're in a palace or something like that. Kingdom means dimension. So when we conceptualize and create ideas, our searching for truth begin to be a searching for ideas. You don't look for God anymore, but you look for the concept you have about God. You anymore don't look how to recognize consciousness or the recognition of consciousness, but you look for the recognition of something here. That is your idea. And you look for enlightenment, but you look for the concept of enlightenment. And now pay attention. You don't look even for the concept of enlightenment, you look for proofs that that concept can be applied to me and I am enlightened or not. And then I look, I am enlightened or I am not enlightened. Yeah, if something happens, probably that is enlightenment. And I look for that concepts and ideas. But awareness, what you really are, the sky that is the background of your life, cannot be conceptualized, cannot be described, is totally indescribable. It's existential. It's a difficult task to describe the indescribable. Drop all kind of concepts. The searching for the divine is dropping any kind of concept, idea, imagination, conclusions, thoughts. And when I say drop the search, stop looking after awareness, stop looking after your real nature. I mean, stop looking for it. Because any effort to look after it will be in the dream, from the egoic phenomenon, will be the one who go and looking for. That is the reason when you ask what to do, this question cannot be applied. What to do? Don't do nothing. And don't try not to do nothing. Means this mass, psychological mass of thoughts, emotions, identification, not from the identification, because what we talk about is a misidentification. So whatever you do from this misidentification will evolve you deeply into the misidentification. So stop looking for awareness. Stop searching. And then there are people who say, okay, so stop searching, don't search anymore. No. Stop searching means check. Because then what remains is self-evident. It's clear. It's fresh. Is to arrive home. Is to feel, but it's not a feeling. Oh, there is a big mistake there when people say, is no more suffering, it's not more pain. People think, oh, so it's not an emotion. Satchidananda, Ananda is not an emotion. Because you drop thoughts, emotions, all that is in the psychological mass. It's beyond emotions. It's really exist, not a feeling of exist. It's really conscious, not a feeling, oh, I am conscious. It's Ananda, it's bliss. It's not I feel bliss. No, it's not I, it's not feel. It is Ananda itself. And if self-evident, it's not need to be discovered. It's not need to be searching. It's not need to be looking for. It's what remains when everything is quiet. So idolatry is this creation of ideas about. And the big idol in the Talmud Bavli, Masechet Shabbat, 105:2, we read, Amar Rabbi Avin, מה יקרא בתהילים פ"א י' לא יהיה בך אל זר ולא תשתחווה לאל נחר. איזה הוא אל זר שיש בגופו של אדם. הווי אומר, זה יצר הרע. אמר Rabbi Avin said, what we read in Tehillim is Psalms. Okay, cool. Amar Rabbi Avin, מה יקרא? In Tehillim Aleph Yud, is the book Psalms. Lo yeh becha el zar, will not be in you a foreign God or a stranger God. Velo tishtachavel el nechar, and you will not worship or prostrate in front of a foreign God. But immediately the question arises, like in the Talmud. What is the question here? Immediately arises, wait a moment. Lo yeh becha el zar, becha will not be in you, a foreign God. How is it? Will not be in you. That is the reason that continue. How can be that there is a foreign God that is inside the body of the person? Because becha, in you. Don't say there is, don't prostrate in front of a foreign God, but in you there is, will not be in you. Haveyomer ze yetzer hara. This is the, how you call it in English, yetzer hara.
The evil force.
Yeah, okay. Omer ze yetzer hara. This is the evil force. There is a foreign, stranger God in you, is the idol, the main idol. And he is deep in you. You know what is the name? I, me, mine, a trinity. In Hebrew is ani. I is ani. How to destroy it? The hammer to destroy it comes from a Megid Bimezrich, the disciple of the Baal Shem Tov Kadosh. And he say, to destroy it is very simple. The Yud of the Ani, that is the symbol of the Kadosh Baruch Hu, the divine, you have to put it in the middle, in the center. And the Ani, I, transform in the word Ain. Ain, that is the difficulty to recognize consciousness because it's nothingness. That is the big obstacle. How can you make a concept of nothing? How can you make an idea of nothingness? How you can recognize, obtain, achieve, possess what is perception? Not something perceived, not an object. Any effort to make a conceptualization of the eternity is idolatry. Any effort to make an idea of the source of what you really are, that is only awareness, only perception, will be idolatry. Unlike Abraham Avinu, you have to break all these idols, that they are, after all, only offspring. Our offsprings. It's not difficult to find what you really are, but it's impossible to find dreams, illusions, fantasies. People ask, is it possible to be enlightened? To be enlightened is possible, but to achieve illusions is impossible. Concepts. To arrive to imaginations is impossible. And there is the difficulty of spiritual life. Check if what you perceive is the source of your being, or maybe you run after some concept, idea, illusions, fantasies that you yourself create. Maybe you don't have at home status of stone. Maybe you don't worship them. But check your ideas and concepts and conclusions about the reality of life. And maybe still there are some idols that you should break. And the big one, the foreign God that is in you. And because He is in you, you are the only one who can break it. Nobody else can arrive there. You shall not make for yourself a sculptured image, not physical, no mental, or any likeness of what is in the heaven above, or on the earth below, or in the waters under the earth. You know what that means? You have to look for reality. Not for nothing, any likeness of what is in. Look for reality. Check in you. Check. Where are you? Ayeka. Look at the peace in you and tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you will stop to say I, because you don't know where or what you are. If you say the truth, you will see a peace, a silence in the very core of yourself. And that silence, that peace, is what you really are. And it's God.